Welcome back to my channel, and it is your small business consultant here again with another video because I have so many questions coming in about, okay, so what is a capability statement? Okay, what needs to be on a capability statement, and how do I create a capability statement? There are so many videos out there on how to create a capability statement and a wealth of information. So I just want to give you a brief overview of the capability statement again for all my clients that keep calling me and asking for this information, because I definitely do not want them to have to go to a different place to find this information. This information is readily out here, free for your small business at no cost to you. That way you can be able to find out how to create a great capability statement so your company can be competitive in this area. So the Department of Health and Human Services did a wonderful job at providing a website on how. So you could just visit their website and get the information. They're teaching you how to do business with them. They teach you how to get ready to do business with their organization. They have programs for businesses and employers. They have the vendor communication plan. So go in there and check it out. They have all their contract policies, regulation, okay, their buy smarter, and then their HHE small business program. Please go in there and look at all the wealth of information out here for you to really help you to identify with this agency and just look at all of the information. So, but today's session is focusing on the capability statement, because the capability statement is key for your organization. This is your marketing material that you're going to use and customize for each agency, because every agency says something different. So I'm considered a contract specialist with the federal, but however, with the state, I'm considered a procurement specialist. We do both the same things. However, a contract specialist can be a warranted contracting officer. So there are differences. So it's important that you use the name and customize your capability statement for each organization. Now let's keep going on and looking at this capability statement. They did a really good job of giving a basic overview of the organization. They talked about their certifications and then what set them apart, their differentiator, what differentiates them from their competition, what sets this organization apart. So I really liked how they did it. They talked about their core capabilities, their core services that they provide to that agency via consulting, technology, and management services, or it could be professional services, or it could be design build, it could be architecture, it could be janitorial services. It could be whatever your company is doing. That is the service that you're providing for that agency. So that's where you're going to put. If you only have one thing, only put one service that you're providing. If you have 2 and 3, I always recommend to keep it very customized and keep it kind of narrow, because you can't give everything and do everything good. You're good at certain things and certain things you're not so good at. But I always recommend that you do that. Then the next thing we want to talk about is the consulting, right? So if you decided to put consulting, you see how they gave a brief overview of what they provide, and then the services include. Giving all that information helps them to identify. So now I want to take it another step further. These should be the NAICS codes. These should be the North American Industry Classification codes. These are the codes that we use to identify agencies, what they are, industry they're in. So if you're in consulting, if you're in management consulting, marketing consulting, what is your service? And then to take it a next step further, you would look into the product service code. And basically the product service code Let me just show you where it's at, because see, you need to know about these things when you're dealing with the government. And so my goal is to show you where to find all these things, so that way you don't have to wonder what a product service code. You know exactly what it is. It is the codes to indicate what was bought for each contract action that has been reported. So everything has a code, and having that code ensures that we have the important information when we're going to different websites on looking for the information, such as usaspending.gov, and or if we on sam.gov searching for an opportunity, you have the correct codes that you need. Okay, now let's get back to the capability statement, because I do not want this video to be very long, but I did want you to understand the reasoning and what you're doing behind everything. Okay, so now you see they've broken each one. Now you see, if you have federal certifications, make sure you put your federal certifications on here. If you have any contract vehicles, make sure you put that on here. And if you don't know what a contracting vehicle is, stay tuned when we record our video on what is a contract vehicle. But this video right here is for the capability statement. And then the state certification. So I'm in the state of Maryland. So everything I do is always for the state of Maryland. But I have worked with clients throughout in Texas, Alabama, Georgia, Arkansas. So I have worked with other companies in different states as well, but I always try to stay in the local area, because I know the local area, because I visit these places. I've been, and now when I do travel to those different organizations, I have developed relationships with people in those areas. And that's why I tend to focus on that area, because you want to get to know the people. You want to get to know who the contracting officers are, the program managers are, the small business programs are. And you can't do that if you're trying to do all 50 states. So that's why I always narrowed mine down and keep my pipeline real small, so that way I can always give my clients the best service possible. So then in Virginia, you know, Virginia's right up the street from me. So get that Virginia. Now in the state also, sometimes when you're going after state opportunities in the local, they also require local certification. So we're back in Maryland again, and they're at Prince George County. They require a local certification as well as Howard County. So it's important. That's why I always want our small business who's first getting started, learn your local area first. Learn that state really before you start branching out. Now you can branch out. It's just going to require more, because you see what happened. You know, things happen like the pandemic, then they stop movement, and then you're not able to go and go get gas, or you can't travel to that organization or do anything. So that's important. Okay, and then sometimes with government agencies, or if it's non-government agencies, they will require certifications. Now let's talk about your past performance. They also want to know about your commercial and government past performance. So your commercial past performance is key. So say you've been out here working in the private sector and you're looking to start working with the government. Well, you have past performance, and you've been doing it 4, 5, 6 years. You are ready to start working with the government. They see that you can do the work because you've been doing it. Now you just want to work with the government. So now, although you don't have government experience, you have the commercial experience. So it's important that you list your major businesses that you've been working with, so that way, and I always like to put the year too, so that they know what's recent, what's not recent, and so forth and so on. But that is up to you. You do however you would like to do it. And then the NAICS code. What NAICS codes? We just talked about those NAICS codes. And if you want to learn more about it, visit this website. The United States Census Bureau have all things. It's an official website with the United States government where you can find out about those different codes and how to use them, and to really understand what all your NAICS codes are. But let's get back to this. And then these are partners. These are partnerships or other things that they've worked with. And all these other things. And they want to know your company's data. And then the year you were incorporated, the state in which you are incorporated, the corporation type. It's no longer DUNS. It's the UEI, the unique entity identity number, and your cage code. And then how are they going to get in touch with you? Who is the POC? Who is that person that they're going to get in touch with to talk about these opportunities and to discuss more information? But like I said, I love the way that the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services gave you the keys to how to be successful in the government marketplace. They've given you everything you need. And also, we didn't talk about, you can print this out. You can share this information. Oh, but the last thing we didn't discuss is they also showed you what a PDF version looks like. And then let them know that this material is helpful. Go in there and like it and tell them that this was helpful to your business. And it did give you the information you needed to be successful so that they keep doing things like that. So when you click on that button, this is what you're going to see for that capability statement. They're showing you what a polished capability statement looks like. Go get all that information, put it on a PDF file, and get somebody on Fiverr or Upwork to go do that, or freelancer.com, and get them to design you some, or use Canva. Canva is a very good free platform to create your capability statement. When I was first getting started, I used Canva because when you're first getting started and bootstrapping your business, you don't have those resources available. But as you grow, then you can just start hiring people to do this stuff for you. And this capability statement, it looks very good. I mean, if you can put your logo on there, you can do everything. And you see how really nice they made the capability statement look. So that way, this is what you're going to send the organization if they ask for a capability statement. But they might also ask for other things too. So you definitely be aware and make sure you provide them with information that they've asked you for. As you can see, here's the sample and here's the information. They also put the way they had broke out the commercial and government. Everything looks really good. They did a really good job on this capability statement. So as we conclude in this video, I want you to understand the importance of the capability statement. Having a good capability statement, you'll take this with you to your industry days. You'll take this with you when you're visiting the program managers. You take this capability statement with you when you go into these different events, so that way you have an opportunity to meet other teaming partners. You can do some joint ventures. You can meet other potential prime contractors. And definitely when you're talking with these different agencies, they will definitely want to see a copy of that. So I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned a lot from this video. If you have any questions and experience to share, please leave a comment in the section below. I'd love to hear from you. Subscribe to my channel and see you on the next video.